everyone! We are back with the Slowest Blitz. This is turn 16, and the war with Phaeacia is well underway, so let's see how this goes for us. We talked about our research alterations last time on the other video, so again, just dipped into enchantment and evocation real quick. Back to Alt 4 now. Should be fine. We grew a fortress. We found a Forest of the Dead in the Shadowglade. We'll check that here in a second after we check all these battles. So, we attack in Pugria. Little stack of centaurs. Should be no problem here. Smash. Smash. The javelin tosses always fuck me up. Like... Okay. No losses on that. We attack in Norfangs. And... oh, shit! Okay, he consolidated. Alright, let's take a look at what we're up against here. We've got the War Shamblers. I can't remember what they're called. But we've got that whole scenario. Looks like he did a bit of a PD dump here. We've got a bunch of Phaeacian archers. We've got a bunch of Phaeacian militia. We've got a bunch of wolf tribe. In the back, we've got a bunch of Colossi light infantry and some Orichalcum guard. And we have a small communion. Okay, so we've got 2 slaves, 2 masters. No real gems or anything like that. We have a Locos over here. We have a Storm Captain here, casting Protective Winds. Alright, I don't feel bad about this from what I can see. These guys are sketch. The War Shamblers. That Coral Glaive deals a lot of damage. Fortunately, though, we've got our Black Centaurs in a ball here. They're going to hit this line of War Shamblers. And the War Shamblers are not the toughest unit in existence. They got a fair amount of HP, but they don't have a crazy amount of protection, so we should chop them up relatively quickly. If they hit us, will really hurt us, but they have to hit us first, right? So I feel decent about that. We've got a bunch of centaurs on the top, and there's basically nothing here to deal with, so we should be good there. I feel okay about this. See how it goes. What are they doing? Mind burns? Okay. Mind burns coming out. Mind burn can be especially difficult to deal with because it doesn't target mindless units, and most of our mannequins are mindless units. So mind burn can be very difficult to deal with. For a lot of undead nations, but we have a crap ton of living units right now, so hopefully not going to be as big of a deal towards us. Some lightning bolts coming out. Yeah, we can see their line already taking a shit ton of damage here. We've got centaurs in the back already. Those centaurs are going to get mauled up there. Black centaurs have done their work. They're filtering into the back now. Killing those mages. Murdering all of their real troops. Yeah, this should be a slaughter for us. We're going to have lost some. But not an extreme amount, I wouldn't think. We lost 3 black centaurs. That's unfortunate. We lost 1 of our Carrion behemoths. The rest of these don't matter. We did lose 12 centaur warriors. That's good. Yeah, that is solid. For what we just took off the board, that is pretty massive. We killed 4 Colossi Weavers. That's a lot of gold. We killed a Colossi Storm Captain. That's a lot of gold. That's also right there. That is 5 turns worth of recruitment. And it's turn 16, right? So that's almost a third of Phaeacia's recruitment in the game. That's really good. And this is a big ass PD dump too, right? Like this is probably Is it 41? Because is it 1 gold per? I never remember this shit. But this is a pretty big amount of gold investment. Just off of the Colossi Weavers and the Storm Captain, we're looking at about 1,000 gold. And then all of the rest of this, the War Shamblers were probably a pretty hefty price to buy as well. And then this PD dump, we're probably looking at least 1,500, 2,000 gold, something like that. That's pretty great for us. Pretty great for us. So very exciting there. We were attacked in New Coast by a fair little number of raiders and another Colossi Weaver. So if we can snag her, I'm not super concerned about losing this. If we can snag her, that's going to be very good. We did. Oh, yeah. That's 6 turns of fort recruitment. Commander recruitment. That's very good for us. Very good for us. We lost 1 Centaur Warrior there. That's exciting. We also attacked Phaeacia. Oh, okay. Well, so we now know where the rest of his army is. But this is good. This gives us a very good understanding of what we are up against, what's left, basically. Because I would assume that this is pretty much the entire rest of his army. So, got a fair amount of Colossi Light Infantry, got some of these Gigantes in the back, got some Colossi Heavy Infantry and some Orichalcum Guard. We have his It's Cold Outside, Baby the Titan of Forethought. No kit. That's important. Interesting paths. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Colossi Weavers. And then we have a Mage Pilot along with a Storm Captain. So yeah, that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns of recruitment. Oh, 6, 7 turns of recruitment, because here's a Colossi Queen. Okay, so yeah, this has got to be basically all he has left. Except for, right, like, he's now producing in that other fort in Vaclez. We're definitely going to lose these 5 Black Centaurs, which is unfortunate. Hopefully we can... Oh, no, we're just going to die to the PD, basically. Oh, well. Alright. So we lost everything in that. Actually, we did kill real units there. We killed actual Phaeacian. He had actual Phaeacian archers in the front there, rather than having the PD potentially take the hits. So that's still not great for us, obviously, right? We don't want to lose any Black Centaurs, but that does somewhat help flesh out the gold for us, because that is 160 gold worth of archers, versus, what is that, 275 on Black Centaurs plus a Centaur Hierophant. So obviously still very bad for us on a gold trade, but after what we did in the previous location, I'll take that. And then we have Valador. So nothing really happening here. A little bit of PD. And that's that. Very good. Unexpected event in Wick. We got some 4 fire gems, and a hurricane has struck the land in Bycliff, devastating the coastline, which is not good. And then we had a Black Harpy get discovered in Phaeacia. Okie dokie. What are we doing? We are putting absolutely everything on Phaeacia. Everything that we can put on Phaeacia, we're putting on Phaeacia. If all he has is what he showed there, he will lose. That is no question asked, end of discussion, right? If we take a look, we've got Black Centaurs in the top and bottom, on the flanks, right, or on the wings. Got a pretty large stack of stuff in the center, decent size of archers in the middle, right? What special things? We've got animate skeletons coming out from our death ones. We do have our pebble staff, our ice pebble staff, up in the center so we can spam out some Winter's Chill, which might actually be pretty useful, right? We have Envenom arrows, like I was talking about. Probably not going to get a whole lot here, but it will be helpful. And that's pretty much it. Easy peasy. We're bringing in the big stack, the reinforcement stack from Valador into Norfang's. And we have a second big stack. Oh, right. So this is a little issue here. We have this guy, this lizard shaman that I brought up. And the goal here, I forgot about this actually. So another reason why we went enchantment. Oh, was it not? Oh, yeah, this is why we're doing this now, is we're doing, Did I lose my mind? No, we have him for body ethereal. I don't remember why we're dipping into thaumaturgy right now. I guess it's the concept of getting mind burn with sages and lizard shamans if we need to, right? Our own little mind burn set. But that's probably not a great idea. So we were bringing up this lizard shaman, and we're actually bringing up another lizard shaman for the idea of if we need to, if we can, what we can do is we can put a lizard shaman on the wings with black centaurs and get off basically like 2 casts of body ethereal. But if we have 2 of them doing that, that's 8 black centaurs with body ethereal that can then be on attack rear and go through the wall, right? And potentially fuck up his backline. Because one of the ways that we do potentially lose this is to, or have it be a Pyrrhic victory, is if we get caught up in Phaeacia's gates and he has enough time to spam out, you know, fuck, what are they called? What are they called? Banishments. Right? Like casting out banishments and things like that. And, you know, we know he has lightning bolts. We know he has mind burn, right? If we get bogged down in the gate, then he could really fuck us up in that point. And that's not to say that 8 black centaurs is going to make the difference, but it could make a difference getting 8 black centaurs through the gates in a place where he is not expecting them, and then into his back line. Because we saw how quickly his mages died to black centaurs. Even if they're like body ethereal, they die in almost 1 hit, right? From any attack that a black centaur makes. And the black centaurs make 2 attacks. So, 16 attacks coming from 8 body ethereal black centaurs could make the difference. So what else are we doing, right? Like, because that's the main focus. Everything is going on to Phaeacia. Even our little raiding party from over in Pugria is going on to Phaeacia. That should be a pretty big deal. What else are we doing? We are moving a bunch of Carrion commanders around to try to start picking things up. We are getting more Dryad Hags, more Minotaur Warriors, more Dryad Hags, more Black Centaurs, more Lizard Shamans. We're getting another Sage. Why are we getting a Sage Commander here? Oh, probably just to lead some raiding units, I suppose. Yeah, so we're getting some Centaur Warriors and just random stuff. We're going over to Sylvania with fucking Lucky to drop another Grove Fortress. Right? And we have actually timed it to where we should be able to go to Sylvania, drop a Grove Fortress, and then go to Shade Forest and drop another fortress. And that should be it, right? So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fortifications here. In theory, if we take Phaeacia, we'll have 7. That's very solid. We can't even produce from all of those, but it's important for us to be able to produce where we need to produce. And then it's also going to be a scenario of protecting our temples, right? So temple in Sylvania, temple in Shade Forest. And yeah, that should be the overall game plan. Most of the rest of this is nothing really. We're kind of just building up a potential force. What we have down in Phaeacia should be able to do it, right? Even if we experience a fair amount of losses in like a big battle, we should still be able to finish off Phaeacia. We may have to send reinforcements if we need to. What we're doing right now is we're trying to consolidate forces and make sure we have something if one of our other neighbors comes at us, right? So, I think that was my mindset when I decided to... I still think this is probably a bad idea. I really should just be focusing on alteration right now, especially since I'm going to have to do a Alt 5 run to Construction 5 run, right? I don't know that I like the construction changes, honestly. I like having to go, instead of 0, 2, 4, 6, having to go 1, 3, 5, 7... You have to make such a big investment to get to 5 and 7 now, whereas they used to feel like they were quick dips, which it makes sense from a balancing perspective, but damn. Anyways, we are making a dip into Thaumaturgy 2. My assumption is, from memory, my assumption is we're trying to get Mind Burn in case Ulm comes in on us. Ulm's very susceptible to Mind Burn. Its units have very low MR, right? And we are actually a magic nation, Magic 3, which means that's going to reduce their MR by even further. So Mind Burn actually will have a very easy time of landing the majority of the time. And if we have a small communion, right? 5 or 6 sages / lizard shamans. So basically like a 4-slave, 2-master communion. Those 2 masters should be able to Mind Burn with impunity, pretty much. Now, whether or not they will actually do that is an entirely different question, because I've been hearing some horror stories about the AI casting selection when you go off script in Dominion 6, but, you know, we can't really plan for that. All we can really do is plan for what should work in theory. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is the overall game plan. Anything else going on? I don't think so. So that's going to be the end of this turn. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.